So today we're with Danny, Culture Auto Spa.
What's up, everybody?
Danny's gonna show us how to properly detail your car. We're using GTechniq products. Danny, you want to tell a little bit more about the truck? I know my truck, don't embarrass me too much. I know my truck is kind of rough looking at the moment, but
that's why we're here, brother. That's why we're here. Yeah, so today we're going to be doing a ceramic coating on the truck. We say ceramic coating, but there's a process to it. So we're going to start with the wash, what I call a decontamination wash. So what first is, just really remove anything that might be on the paint. You might have some waxes or some sealants already on it. So the soap that I'm using is
I know I tried detailing it a little bit and I did some wax on it.
It's okay, that's why we're here to really, see what it needs. But we'll start with the wash, followed by the polish, the paint correction, which we're going to be moving later inside the garage. And then we'll be laying the ceramic on it, which you said we're mentioning. We're using GTechniq products today.
Right.
But yeah, it's going to be a process today. Definitely something to learn as well, lots to pick up from today, but definitely looking to take care of this paint today, man. Once we're done, it's going to be a big difference, man. You're going to be very happy, brother.
Amazing. Yeah. Let's get to it. So basically you rinse the car down.
Yeah.
It was like power washing, like all the hard stuff, like the dust, the debris and all that.
Yeah,
now
you definitely want to get all the rinse, just getting all the dirt off. You definitely don't want to rub that dirt around, so always get that off, getting anything that might be on the paint.
Now is the fun part where all the cars become
that's
white.
What everyone loves. We're going to turn it white real quick. So this soap here that I'm using has iron removals.
Okay.
So it has iron remover in it, so it's going to remove anything that you might have. Let's say you had any waxes or sealant on it, it's going to break it down.
But it's still safe enough to not damage the seals or whatever?
No, it's safe enough just to not damage any of the paint, but we're removing what we don't want on it. So that's why it's called the decontamination wash.
Okay.
Really breaking down the paint, getting to the bare paint. And then the polish does that as well. So we're also breaking down anything that might be on it. But yeah, this is going to be the fun part, man.
Let's make it white.
Yes, sir.
Danny is actually using a clay form, it's not a bar, right? But it's like a clay specialty.
So it's the same material as a clay. It has grooves in here.
Yeah, so basically in the same process of the actual breaking down the soap and the iron removal and everything, you're doing like...
Yeah, take off any debris. Let's say this was like under a sappy tree, which there was some stuff on it, but not too much.
Yeah.
This is how we're getting it off as well. So there's a big important process before the polish.
Right.
Let's say there was stuff on it, maybe like a little debris. If I polish it, I'm swirling it around, creating swirls, doing it. So I'm hurting the paint in a way. So
instead of starting with like a clean slate.
Yeah, we're here to improve. So it's a big difference. You got to do the proper steps.
Right.
That's why when I mentioned it's a process, it sounds like, oh yeah, I got it ceramic coated, but there's a process to it.
It's not just throwing it on.
At least to doing a good job.
Yeah.
That's important.
Done?
All right, guys, so we just finished the wash, the decontamination wash. Next up is going to be the paint correction.
It's like extremely clean. Now is the time that we're gonna back it up the garage. We're gonna start
We're gonna do the paint correction. It's gonna be a two-step paint correction. We definitely got to cut into the paint first.
Right.
Removing all the swirls and scratches, and then we'll do a polish stage.
And this will remove all those light scratches and
like
those
this
bubbling
here.
And all that.
Yeah, the bubbling, sometimes it's in the paint, I can tell already, like imperfections in the paint, but the polish levels a lot of that out.
Right.
So that's what we're going to try out first. I always like to start with a section to really see what we need to do first.
Right.
But yeah, that's the next step. Step number 2, we're going to bring it in here, work some magic in here. This is really what brings back the paint, this next step.
The shine.
And then the ceramic is just like the cherry on top,
Sealing it.
to seal it off. But yeah, looking forward to this paint correction here.
Let's do it.
guys, so yeah, as I'm mentioning, we're doing a two-step paint correction. We're starting with the cutting stage here. So we're removing first all the top layer swirls. So that's what we're doing first. Second step is going to be the finish. So the finish just gives it that super gloss, removing any smaller swirls. But if you can see the paint difference, if you can zoom in here on the paint, you can really tell the difference. But that's what we're doing at the moment, doing the cutting on the paint.
So basically, this is the first cut, right? So we can already see, like, compared to here, how dull it is with like swirls, and how mirror shiny it looks right now.
Yeah,
and this is just the first cut, right?
Yeah, so I mean, the paint needs a few steps in correction. So the first step is cutting, really cutting all the swirls out. It doesn't leave it perfect after the first cut, but it's really cutting into the paint, bringing the color back. The second cut is really kind of just a little bit more fine-tuned, you know, getting rid of extra scratches and bringing out the full gloss in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you notice between these two panels, big difference.
Yeah.
It almost would say it would need like a 3-step paint correction, to be honest with you. But we're making it work in a 2-step with an extra pass.
Right.
That's what I'm doing, like with the cutting. Some areas still might need a little extra, you know.
Right.
But yeah, you know, it's,
and usually when you do the first cut probably tells you a lot about the car, like what's need to be done and all that, and you can evaluate even more.
Yeah.
And the second cut is the fine tuning, and then the fine tune, and then the final stage would be to apply the actual ceramic on it.
Yeah.
And then when you do those cuts, it's actually helping the ceramic bond even better, right?
Yeah. So I mean, with the ceramic, even if it's a new car, you know, you could apply it directly, but with the polish and the paint correction, it's really creating the paint to be fully slick, so it creates a better bonding with the ceramic as well.
And that gives it almost like another layer of clear, kind of, right?
It does. So I mean, here we're cutting into the clear. So with the ceramic, it's pretty much adding the protection, adding the clear that we took away back again. So I mean, it does a lot of benefits, and it gives it that gloss. It's gonna make it super easy to clean this thing as well. But it's coming out good. You know, we're starting with this end here going around. It's looking really, really good.
Yeah.
Once we get to the ceramic, it's just gonna read like a cherry on top.
And what kind of a ceramic is it?
So we're using a GTechniq. It's a 9-inch hardness level ceramic.
Okay.
It's rated at a 5-year ceramic. Here in California, it's a little more aggressive with the sun, so I always say a 3 to 5 year ceramic.
Yeah.
But with the right maintenance, ceramic washes, you know, just maintaining, you can extend the coating to at least get a 5-year out there.
Okay.
It's going to be very, very nice once we're done with it with the ceramic coating.
Nice.
Sir.
So next step, let's apply that ceramic. Basically, you're applying the coat of the actual ceramic. Now, what's the main benefits of having it on after everything you just did?
Okay. Perfect. So, I mean, we did a paint correction. So the ceramic, it has a lot of benefits. One, it's protecting the job that we did a paint correction on the paint. So this seals it, you know, the paint work. So that's one of the first things, sealing the paint work. It's obviously going to give a very, very good gloss level. It's protecting the paint, so if we notice, I think on some of the back end there was like little imperfections in the paint. Sometimes that happens through the years, you know, just the sun baking so much on the actual paint. It's going to make it easier to clean, so I know you like to wash your own cars a lot.
Yeah.
The water is literally just going to beat off, makes it really, really easy, especially the drying part. But really it's about protecting the paint. In California, the sun is so aggressive that it literally starts chewing away at the paint.
Right.
So ceramic, they call it like a sacrificial layer.
Okay.
So it's a layer, a protective layer, it's like a shield, but at the same time it's like taking out all the beating instead of your main paint.
Yeah.
Plus you're gonna get these gloss levels, which looks amazing. So you get a lot of the benefits and the good gloss levels as well.
Now, is there stuff that are the not to do after?
Yeah, I mean, with ceramic coated cars, obviously we did a lot of work to bring the paint back. So what I definitely recommend to a lot of my customers after they coat their cars is definitely not taking it to those auto washes. Those auto washes are just going to scratch your car again.
But for me, for example, as a guy that takes majority of those cars to car shows to share it with the world. The cars will sit outside in the sun for probably like 10 to 13 hour
a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big benefits for you, for your cars. Obviously, we're starting here. You take your cars to shows a lot. They get a lot of sun exposure. So I mean, when I did a polish on the paint, it actually brought the color back.
Right.
So that's how I noticed that there was a color fade just from like you said, being out in the sun and that kind of thing.
Right.
So it's going to be harder for your paint to color fade now since you have that shield on the car with the ceramic.
But it's still okay if every once in a while the car is sitting outside.
Oh yeah, no, you can. I have customers that they.
But if a customer would, for example, park his car outside in the sun for weeks,
yeah,
that would kill it, or
I mean, the ceramic
is
is
good for like a year or so.
No, you're still going to get at least 3 years from that.
Really?
If you park your car outside in the sun for 3 years, you're still going to get at least 3 years from that.
I mean, not that I'm going to do that, but yeah.
No, let's not do that, right? But I have customers that come to me that they let's say they live with their parents, right?
Right.
They have the bad spot, which is outside next to the sprinklers in front of the sun. So they get their car ceramic coated with that in mind, you know, like, hey, my car's going to be out in the sun all day. Dad's the one that has the garage or whatever, you know, so like that makes a big difference. That's why a lot of my customers, they come and get their car coated. One, they want to make it easier to make their car, wash their car and make it look better, but just for the protective qualities, you know, things sitting in the sun all day.
Okay. So majority is just don't take your car to those car washes with those.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those. What I recommend is the touchless washes.
Okay.
Sometimes those aren't as effective because, you know, they're not touching your cars less. So it's maybe if your car's really dirty,
right,
it's probably not the best place to take it. But in general, I know you keep your cars pretty clean. You know, we're going to ceramic coat them. So
with me, honestly, I barely wash my cars. My cars are always in a state where it's in the garage, it's shaded. So I have like the California car duster, so I would dust the car out, and then I would like I have the GTechniq quick detailer, and I would just quick detailer the whole car, and that's it. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
I almost don't remember myself physically washing a car. I mean, this, you know, the story was parked outside under a tree for like 3 weeks, so it needed a little bit more than the usual, but majority of the time,
well, it's going to make it much easier to clean, to be honest with you, even just with that quick detailer. This is a blower that I recommend. So he was asking, there's times when the car is in between, like, should I wash it or should I just dust it off? What I use a lot is this. So once the car is coated, it becomes very slick.
Okay.
So the dirt, think of that, the whole slickness is of the dirt. Most of the dirt's going to fly off if you hit it with this.
I have a small one, like the Harbor Freight one, the Bauer one.
Yeah, those work well.
So basically, instead of the California car duster on a dusty car, you prefer to first...
I would do this first, because if you think about it, it's going to look good, but you might not see it. But by doing that, let's say 2 times a month, you're going to create micro scratches that you're not seeing.
So first do that, and then I can do the California?
First do this. If
we're not doing the California,
I would avoid doing those dusters.
Really?
In my opinion, I don't even use them.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I don't even use them because the fact that, you know, they're a little dusty. I would use it maybe like for light dust. So let's say we just ceramic coated this car.
Light dust. You know, that's what I have.
Well, no, this is what I was saying. Like, let's say we just coated this car and it's in a showroom, and then maybe it's an air conditioning. I would literally just use it for like light dusting, like anything that's falling.
No, for me at a car show, you know, like Fuel Fest, I was dusting all the cars, you know, because it had that light dust from drifting.
I mean, that one's not too bad, but you also just got to have in mind that if you do that in a year,
on a regular basis,
30 times in a year, it's going to create something. You know, some
got it.
But also know that, like, let's say you're at the show, you're not going to wash your car. It's like, you know what? Let me make it look good for the show. I'll take a little sacrifice if it did take a little scratch. And it's not like they're scratching it heavy at all.
So that's
it's just little baby scratches, you know. But
majority of the time, you prefer to have the blower.
Yeah, because this you're not moving any dirt on you. If you think about it, you're blowing everything off as much as you can first, and then you use that duster. What I would recommend is using that and then your quick detailer. Yeah. Because at least you have some type of lubrication on the car.
Basically, what's this material then? That's like really brings
the black back, right?
The black.
So it's a trimmer store. It's good for plastics, rubber. You can actually put it on your tires as well.
Really?
But yeah, it's pretty much bringing back its natural finish.
Now I know plastic can't really be restored, so this material is just basically sitting on it.
Yeah, I mean, so it's really kind of just bringing the color back, but even this, you're gonna want to do it again, you know, because again, this is gonna fade.
Yeah.
So you definitely kind of want to maintenance this. Again, it's just a
How
plastic.
do you maintain this?
Just adding this again. So like, let's say like on mine, on these areas, like when I wash my car, probably add this maybe like once a month.
Okay, so once a
Just
month?
to keep it really glossy like this, you know?
Like all that,
Yeah, just to make it really, really pop. But it's gonna last at least like a month on here.
Even on metal?
Yeah, you can put it on there, man.
Yeah. So plastic, any.
I put it on these, just on these. It's not like I go put it on the whole car. Just these, you see how it brings it back.
Yeah.
Because I could have just left it, you know, but it looks
Right.
better.
Yeah.
It's a little shiny.
So any black trim, it would kind of bring it back to life.
Yeah, that's really meant more for plastics though, but like this one, I'll do it and you're fine.
Okay.
You don't want to put this on.
So there you guys have it, you know. Danny spent a good minute here detailing the whole thing.
Yes.
First and second cut, two-stage cut for the whole thing. GTechniq ceramic coating. What was the name of the ceramic
We
coating?
use GTechniq Crystal Serum Light.
Crystal Serum Light. So that's like a 5-year ceramic. And the truck just looks amazing. I don't think the truck ever looked like that. Like before Danny touched it, it was all faded, you know, and all that. Now it's like mirror shining. And this is in the garage. I'm sure that once we're gonna take it outside, it's gonna pop even more.
Yeah, you're really gonna see the paint pop. But yeah, like you said, it had a lot of work that needed on this truck. But hey, got it looking good, man.
Yeah. So check Danny out. Your Instagram is?
Culture Autospa. Yeah, we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, but definitely reach out to us. Phone number is 818-693-1353. You can always reach
And
out
if
to
you
us.
guys are in Southern California, you guys in Venice?
We're in the San Fernando Valley, Northridge, but we
Okay.
work out of a few shops as well. So we do contracting where we're in many different shops. If you have the right setup like this garage, we can also do mobile ceramic jobs as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, just reach out to us for a lot of things. We also do PPF, ceramic coating, full paint correction, and just in general, all auto detailing.
So thank you guys for following. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Keep watching. If you want to see some more videos, if you want to see something specific, let us know in the comments below. And thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir. Pleasure being here, brother. It's great being here with you guys. Stay
Thank
tuned.
you.